Hello everyone, I'm Jasmine. Let us read Stand By Me, Chapter 4, Part 1. After brunch, Deepika and Karthik headed back to their offices. Ruhi had made plans to meet Mahir. He had gone out of town on a work assignment and was supposed to come back a day later, but had just landed in Delhi to give her a surprise. Ruhi was flabbergasted when he called to her that he was already at Delhi airport and had taken the day off just to spend it with her. They had known each other for a year now, and the few months they had been a couple was enough for them to realize they wanted a lifetime of togetherness. From meeting through Ruhi's brother to following each other on Instagram to spending time together to eventually falling in love, their story was a surefire bestseller. When Mahir was around, Ruhi felt safe, and wherever he was, she felt at home. He was the one person she relied on and found solace in. After Deepika and Karthik, it's been said that love is blind, but looking at them, anyone would disagree. Love is not blind. Blindness is an affliction of those who have never loved. Full of excitement, she waited for Mahir to pick her up at the Radisson as it was on his route from the airport. Once she got into the cab with him, she couldn't hold back the news anymore. Guess what? I told Deepika and even Karthik that I'm in a relationship. Are you serious? It rather shocked him. Yes, we have even planned a get together along with Deepika's boyfriend. Ruhi held his hand tight and leaned on his shoulder as if to assure him that there would not be any complications. Did you tell Karthik who your boyfriend is? What was his reaction? Mahir's heart was in his mouth. The cab moved swiftly with no traffic blocks on the road, but Ruhi's surprise had certainly blocked the thoughts that ran through Mahir's mind. He had good reason to be anxious. He had been Karthik's best friend for quite some time. Mahir had been planning to tell Karthik that he was dating Ruhi. But every time he tried, he failed. Apprehension had always won over his faith in his friend. And even now, when Ruhi had revealed half the truth, he was panicking. Mahir knew that delaying the talk with Karthik would only complicate matters, but he still didn't feel up to it. He just couldn't anticipate what Karthik's reaction would be. Ruhi could sense that Mahir was in a real tizzy and said playfully, "No, I haven't told him that yet. How about surprising him at the get-together?" "You have gone crazy. He'll kill one of us for sure." "Shit, I'm panicking like anything," Mahir responded, pulling his hand away from hers as he tried to compose himself. Ruhi said nothing, only pulled him close and kissed his cheek to calm him down. She knew her brother in and out and was sure that he would not object to their relationship. She was also sure that Deepika would accept it too, as all they had ever wanted was her happiness, now that lay with Mahir. Her kiss soothed him a bit and they hugged for a while without caring what the cab driver would think. That moment simply had to be sealed. "Are we going to Ambience Mall?" Ruhi asked, seeing that the car was passing through the main gate of the mall. "Yes, we'll first go to the bowling arcade, your favorite, and have some drinks. Then we'll watch a movie and get something to eat. That is the plan," Mahir said. He knew exactly what Ruhi loved to do. In a very short span of time they had spent together, he had made every effort to understand her likes and dislikes. That meant the world to Ruhi, as she had met very few people in her life who genuinely cared for her. Mahir was certainly one of them. "I love you so much." Ruhi hugged him again, giving him a broad smile. "I love you too." Mahir kissed her forehead. Once they had entered the bowling arcade and ordered their drinks, Mahir took a small box out of his bag and placed it in front of her. Ruhi was awestruck that he had remembered. She had once mentioned that she had always wanted a gold ring for her birthday gift. She couldn't believe he had actually got her one. "You are the most amazing person I have ever met, and I want to give us a shot. Give me the best written gift I could ever ask for. Be mine?" Mahir asked, holding the ring out to her. Ruhi retracted her hands in shock, covering her smile and bright red cheeks. She shook her head in disbelief, staring at the ring. "Ruhi?" Mahir said so loudly that other people turned to look at them. She looked up into his irresistible puppy dog eyes and her heart melted. "Yes," she whispered. "Yes, I will." He placed the ring on her finger and she flung her arms around his neck, her tears soaking into his shirt. He buried his face in her hair, whispering, "I love you," over and over again. "Thank you so much for making this birthday special. It was my first with you and I was a little nervous, but now I'm content. I really love you, Mahir," Ruhi said. Wiping her happy tears, she added, "But I'm not going to spare you from now on. On my 25th birthday, I want a diamond ring. You still have a couple of years to start saving. I'm high maintenance, you know." She laughed. Though she said it jokingly, Mahir promised to give Ruhi a diamond ring on her 25th birthday. To even start describing how deeply they loved each other, one would need a 1,000-page manuscript written in the most romantic idiom. Ruhi found absolute security in his embrace. His heart was her home. It was no difference for Mahir. He would give up the entire world if it meant he could have her in his life forever. If love were a poem to him, Ruhi would be the title.